Senator, I think you're passing. Let me step back out of the way.
You're good?
Thank you.
How are you? Of course I know you.
Good afternoon. I'm sorry. For the last few weeks, I've been spontaneously breaking out into dance. I'm Kevin Baker. For those of you I don't know, the Executive Director of the Piedmont Triad Airport Authority. And my job here is simple, just to get you all settled and in your seats. Good job. I do want to tell a story, though. Just over 3 weeks ago, my family and I were in Ireland on vacation. We were on the far west coast of Ireland at a place called the Cliffs of Moher. And while we were there, I got a text on my phone, and I looked down, and it was from Julie Felgar, who is from a company that is yet to be named for a few more minutes. And by the way, those of you who have seen this before, I'm sorry, but my staff would be disappointed if I did not show it. This is what we live by as you're pursuing one of these things. That text said three things, had three words. We are done. We started dancing like that. It was crazy. It was so much fun. But what's really funny is I then told Julie that when we found out about the boom selection, my family and I were on vacation. And Julie said, I think that the Bakers need to spend more time outside of the state so that things can get done around here. So with that, for a more proper introduction from the Piedmont Triad Airport Authority, I'd like to introduce to you, isn't that great timing for us right there? I'd like to introduce to you Graham Bennett, our chairman. Graham.
Thank you, Kevin. We have witnessed Kevin dancing like that for several weeks now, and we've told him he better stick to his day job. This is a great day for this airport, great day for the Triad, great day for the Carolina Corps, and this great state of North Carolina. But before I start, let me just, on a little bit of a somber note, I want to make sure in the aviation world, our hearts go out to the India crash that just recently, and so everybody will keep them in their hearts and prayers. Now to where we are today. I'm Graham Bennett. As you know, I'm honored to be the chair of this board. And what I would like at this time, if our board could stand along with Kevin and Alex Rosser, who are our top executive, but if a board could stand, they're probably in the back already standing, but thank you for their tireless efforts. What is interesting to note, we cannot take full credit or even partial credit for what's happening today. 30, 40 years ago, the prior boards and the community leaders came together and they decided to think differently about this airport. Yes, we provide great passenger service and comfort. Our phrase is fly easy, PTI. But what's more important, that vision and foresight of prior boards and community leaders sat and said, we're going to be a little different. We're going to provide an economic engine other than just passenger service of just planes landing and taking off. And fast forward that, shovel-ready land and plenty of it, here we are, a 4,000-acre growing campus with the titans of aviation industry on our property, providing one of the top jobs for the Triad and $10 billion of economic impact. But that's not why we're here today. Today we're here to witness an epic movement, the greatest of giant steps toward our vision. And you'll soon hear about that. All of that could not take place without the leadership of this state with a collaborative effort toward this Herculean task to get it over the finish line. Governor Josh Stein, our great governor, Speaker of the House, Destin, could not be here today, but our very own Donnie Lambeth is here is representing his behalf. But last but not least, our champion, our partner, there you are. He has been a strategic partner, an ally for many, many years, and a neighbor. And we thank Senator President Pro Tem, Mr. Berger, Senator Berger. And with that, please welcome our Secretary of Commerce, Lee Lilly.
Well, thank you, Chairman Bennett, for that warm introduction, and good afternoon, everyone. I am so thrilled to be here with all of you for what is sure to take North Carolina, the Triad, Guilford County, and the city of Greensboro to new heights. Today is yet another celebration of North Carolina's momentum with new jobs and new investments for the state and the people that live in and around this community. We're also celebrating the strength of our partnerships that helped the Triad region announce more than 2,000 new jobs and investments exceeding $1.1 billion just last year. This collaboration is responsible for several notable announcements and expansions in this region over the last several years, including Toyota, UPS, Boom Supersonic right here, Ross, Pro Kidney, and what will be, we all expect to be, many more to come. Our reputation for collaboration attracts the attention of companies and innovators around the world and gains North Carolina recognition as the best state to do business in all the country. Thank you. The power of this working partnership deserves to be celebrated because the company that we are welcoming to North Carolina today could have gone anywhere in the world, but they chose North Carolina, they chose Guilford County, they chose Greensboro, they chose all of you. And it's each of you that makes North Carolina the best place for companies to land and to take off. And it's our shared commitment to preparing the people who live, work, and are educated here today for the incredible jobs of tomorrow. That's what CEOs tell us they're looking for, and that's what North Carolina offers. I could go on and on about what makes North Carolina so special, but I think it's time for this announcement. You've all waited long enough. So it's my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, a person committed to creating economic opportunities for every single North Carolinian, investing in our public schools, developing our world-class workforce, and keeping people safe. And I have to tell you folks, because I was in on all these meetings, a world-class closer when the time comes. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 76th governor of the great state of North Carolina, Josh Stein.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Secretary Lilly, for that introduction. As we gather here, I do want to note that we are thinking about the hundreds of families across the globe whose lives will never be the same after the loss in India. So let us not forget them. But it is wonderful to join you all. It's wonderful to see Senator Berger, Representative Lambeth, and I see Leader Reeves and Leader Batch here from the legislature. I also see a number of other legislators from Guilford and Forsyth delegations, but also legislators from other parts of the state who are also very excited about today's news. This is news that will benefit not only the Triad, but all of North Carolina. News that may also be the worst kept secret in North Carolina history. Today, I am proud to announce that JetZero will establish its flagship manufacturing operations right here at Piedmont Triad International Airport. The largest job commitment in North Carolina history. JetZero will create more than 14,500 high-wage aerospace manufacturing jobs. It will invest more than $4.7 billion. Over the life of the project, it is estimated to lift our state's economy by $250 billion. So let me just repeat those numbers for the people in the back. 14,500 high-wage jobs, nearly $5 billion in investment in the ground, and $250 billion in economic impact. These jobs will provide thousands of opportunities for engineers, advanced manufacturing specialists, technicians to dedicate their talents to the growing aviation industry here in North Carolina. These are great jobs with an average salary of $90,000, enabling more North Carolinians to build their careers and support their families here in our state. JetZero is on the cutting edge of aviation technology, and it's redefining the future of air travel. Founded in 2020, JetZero is developing a new blended body-wing jet that will reduce fuel emissions by up to 50% and create lower emissions, making a major step toward a zero carbon emission air travel future. JetZero has partnered with the Air Force, NASA, and the FAA to pursue its plan to have these planes in operation by 2030. Alaska Airlines, United, and the Air Force have invested hundreds of millions of dollars into this company, signaling their confidence in the project's success. In March, Delta announced that JetZero will be partnering with them through Delta's Sustainable Skies Lab. North Carolina is the perfect location. North Carolina was first in flight. We are also the future of flight. North Carolina has become synonymous with aviation and with aerospace innovation. Our aviation industry contributes $88 billion to the state's economy each year, home to more than 400 aerospace companies. We are still gaining speed and altitude. JetZero's decision to locate its manufacturing facility here at PTI underscores that aviation is a cornerstone of our economy and a driver of innovation in our state. This decision further solidifies North Carolina's place in aviation and aerospace leadership. We've been putting in the work to make sure that we're ready for the jobs of today and tomorrow. North Carolina is home to a world-class workforce and a robust community college system that prepares our students for high-demand industries, including here at Guilford Tech, which offers an aerospace manufacturing curriculum. The new project in the Aerospace Hub we're creating here will bring even more job opportunities to the people of the Triad and beyond. Here in North Carolina, we're also proud of our agreeable quality of life, affordable cost of living, and our commitment to clean energy. And I'm grateful that JetZero shares this commitment. JetZero is another North Carolina company with a goal of net zero carbon emissions for aviation by 2050. Those are just some of the ingredients that continue to make North Carolina the top state for business in this country. And we are not going to let up. And I want to underscore that this is a team commitment. It's one that is widely shared across the state. An announcement of this magnitude does not just happen, I assure you that. It is the project of a strong collaboration by many actors, company executives, state and local elected officials from both parties, and economic development professionals. I'd like to thank Secretary Lee Lilly and his team at the Department of Commerce, Chris Chung and his team at the Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina for all of their work on this project. Senator Berger, Senator Batch, Representative Lambeth, Representative Reeves, all of the legislators, I want to say a sincere thank you. This project simply would not have happened without the strong bipartisan and bicameral support in the North Carolina General Assembly for the economic growth of this state. There were many other necessary partners. So I want to extend my gratitude, and it's going to be a list because it took a big team to make this happen. The North Carolina Community College System, including Guilford Tech and Forsyth Tech Community Colleges. The University of North Carolina System, especially NC-A&T University, North Carolina State University, the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. The North Carolina Department of Transportation, the Golden Leaf Foundation, our utility partners at Duke and Piedmont Natural Gas, the Piedmont Triad Partnership, Guilford County, including the Guilford County Economic Development Alliance, Guilford Works, the Greensboro Chamber of Commerce, the City of Greensboro, the City of High Point, and the High Point Economic Development Corporation. Forsyth County, the Greater Winston-Salem, Inc., and the City of Winston-Salem. And of course, our host today, the Piedmont Triad Airport Authority under the leadership of Kevin Baker. They were absolutely instrumental in making this deal come together. But of course, the ones to whom we owe the greatest thanks are our new partners. The most important contributor to today's fantastic news, JetZero. We welcome you to North Carolina. Thank you for choosing us. We think you will be happy with the selection that you made. So I want to congratulate everyone who played a role, big or small, in making this happen, and I think it's about 3/4 of the audience here. Thank you all for what you did to make today happen. I now want to bring forward co-founder and CEO of JetZero, Tom O'Leary. I'm going to give him a gift. It is a vase dreamed up by Ben Owen, a fantastic potter from Seagrove, North Carolina, 50 miles or so to the south of here. And on it are etched the words, esse quam videre, which all North Carolinians know means to be rather than to seem. And what we are excited about is that JetZero is going to be in North Carolina. Tom, come over here.
Yeah. Thank you, Governor. And to you from JetZero, I would like to present a model of our plane which looks futuristic, and in that, I believe it's emblematic of the partnership that we're forging here. So thank you.
I love it.
Oh. Thanks again, Governor. It's just so great to be here. You know, not only will this plane be 50% more fuel efficient, it's going to deliver a better passenger experience than you've ever had before on any other plane. So thank you for accepting this gift. Governor Stein, the warm welcome that we've received here is amazing, and I just want to thank you again for the extraordinary partnership and everything that your team has given us across North Carolina. We've received the most amazing support. So I should just pause and say, hello, North Carolina. What a day this is for JetZero, for Greensboro, for aviation overall. Today we are proud to announce that the first JetZero factory will be built right here in Greensboro, in the heart of North Carolina's aerospace corridor. Yeah. So we believe that the Z4 is the right airplane for this moment. It's an all-wing, next-generation aircraft that meets growing passenger demand. It slashes fuel use, and it sets a new standard for efficiency and passenger experience that the market is going to love. And where and how we're building this plane is every bit as important as what we're building. I mean that sincerely. North Carolina is exactly the right place for JetZero and the factory for this aircraft. North Carolina is the birthplace of flight. North Carolina is first in flight. And today, with this announcement, the state becomes the epicenter of the next era of flight. North Carolina's legacy in fabrics and textile innovation laid the groundwork for driving advanced material science, making it a natural home for the all-composite, which is essentially fabric, JetZero aircraft. So from the moment we began this nationwide search 15, 16 months ago, our exceptional partners at Savills guided us through that. They're in the audience today. Where are my Savills peeps? Right on. Thank you, Anne-Marie, leading the team. And special thanks to Luke, who, just a master of perseverance, pursued me and said, we want to be your team. So thanks to Luke, and congratulations on being a father and being here. Thank you. So much more. The response from the North Carolina state, local, community leaders has been absolutely amazing, nothing short of phenomenal. We felt welcome every step of the way, from the governor's office to the General Assembly to the Department of Commerce, Guilford County, PTI, and the Greensboro Chamber. You've shown us what real partnership looks like, and that's putting the needs of your partner first. We really do appreciate that. So let me be clear, this partnership is about more than building airplanes. It's about building futures. North Carolina has one of the most impressive talent ecosystems in the country. From your K through 12 public schools to your top-ranked universities, best-in-class community colleges, we are thrilled to work with you to build the pipeline of engineers, technicians, and advanced manufacturing experts that are going to help us reshape aviation globally. It's time to bring manufacturing back to America. You know, this state has a very eager, innovative, ambitious, and capable workforce, and a leadership team at every level that's committed to making North Carolina an innovation hub. And that alignment of values that alignment of workforce, economic development, and ambition. It's why JetZero is here. The JetZero factory is going to bring more than 14,500 high-tech jobs to the region. Jobs that are going to leverage the latest in digital manufacturing, automation, and industrial AI. Together with partners like Siemens, we're leveraging the very best digital tools and platforms to architect a manufacturing operating system. This is a huge competitive differentiating factor for JetZero. Also, thanks to our partners at United Airlines, one of our biggest backers, we have already shown strong commercial interest and momentum to meet the real airline demand for this aircraft. So this is more than just a factory. It's a launch pad for a new chapter of American aerospace. When the Z4 is flying passengers around the world, and this is a moment that we all dream of, people will stop and say, look, up in the sky, the Z4, and they will know that that plane is built here in the state of North Carolina. We really are so proud to become part of this community. We're incredibly grateful for the warm welcome that we've received here. JetZero is here to build lasting partnerships, long-term careers, and a shared legacy of innovation. And we're here to build a whole lot of airplanes. So thanks for believing in us. That's the most important element to something as ambitious as JetZero and the goals that we have. Thank you for believing in yourselves as well. And thank you for making North Carolina first in the future of flight.
Hey, I'm Phil Berger. I represent Rockingham and Guilford counties in the North Carolina Senate. Also am the President Pro Tem of the State Senate. I'd like to welcome our Senate members who are here, and unless there's somebody out there, I think they're all kind of close. I've got Senator Dave Craven from Randolph County. Got Amy Gailey from Alamance County. Gladys Robinson from here in Guilford County. Michael Garrett from here in Guilford County. And Sidney Batch from Wake County. If there's another Senate member here, if you'd stand up. Paul Lowe from Forsyth County. And I can't stand in front of a group of people talking about great things in the Triad and great things in the Greensboro area without recognizing somebody that really is a great person and somebody that has made a big difference in Greensboro, Guilford County, and North Carolina for a long time, and that's Jim Melvin. It's so good to see you. You know, a little over a decade ago, I was meeting with Kevin Baker and other airport officials, including the late Henry Isaacson, in my Eden office to discuss the future of PTI. They presented me with their idea for PTI to be, you know, a driver of economic development and job growth in the Triad. And it started with building a bridge. There's a lot of talk about that bridge. Not just any bridge, but a bridge that would open up the airport and the surrounding land to be available for growth and expansion. All they needed was money from the state to build that bridge. That meeting laid the groundwork for what we're doing here today and the growth that we've seen at this airport since then. By the way, we found the money for that bridge. You know, from the banks of Kitty Hawk to right here in Greensboro, North Carolina is a longtime leader in aviation and in aerospace innovation. JetZero's commitment confirms our state's high-tech manufacturing renaissance. This wouldn't be possible without state policies that have created an environment that enables private sector growth and development all across this state. Over the last decade and a half, we've fundamentally reshaped state economic and fiscal policies, slashing tax rates, both corporate and individual, cutting bureaucratic red tape and state regulatory overreach, increasing and enhancing educational opportunities, supporting workforce development programs. These are the things, combined with our people and our unmatched quality of life, that make North Carolina attractive to employers like JetZero. It's imperative that we redouble our efforts to keep North Carolina the best state in the nation in which to live, to work, to raise a family, and yes, to retire. The jobs created by JetZero here will play a role in doing just that. I want to thank the folks from JetZero. Thank you. Everybody else, the governor mentioned everybody, well, most everybody. There are thousands of other people that are in part responsible for what we're doing today. But I want to thank JetZero for choosing North Carolina and finding a home here in the Tar Heel State. I look forward to seeing y'all grow and flourish here, and I look forward to seeing other great things from this airport and from all of North Carolina. Thank y'all so much. God bless.
Good afternoon, and my name is Donnie Lambeth, and I represent the eastern part of Forsyth County, which actually is border to this airport, actually. So I'm very proud and honored to be here and be part of this. I would tell you that I actually didn't realize I was even going to be part of this until late yesterday when Speaker Hall called and said he could not be here. So he sends his apologies, but he also sends his congratulations for a job well done for all those who pitched in and made this happen. I do have a number of colleagues, and I'm sure I'll miss somebody if I name them, so I'm just going to ask, ladies and gentlemen, if the House members that are here would stand to be recognized. There are a number of them. John Bluss is in the back. And I have another special friend that's here that's going to be integral to make this happen with the number of engineers that they train, and that's the new Chancellor, North Carolina State, Kevin Howell. Kevin, if you will be recognized. They only need a couple thousand engineers in the next 6 months, so get on it. Get on it, my friend. You know, I thought I might share a little story with you. I was called into a session in Winston-Salem way back in November, December. And, you know, as you can imagine, we're called into a lot of sessions, and guess what? Most of the time, somebody calls you because they want to ask for money. And so I was called into a session in Winston-Salem with a number of chamber leaders from this county, from Forsyth County, and they told me it was about Project Atlas. I had no idea what Project Atlas was. I started looking up. Did I miss a memo or something? Had no idea what that meant. So I go to the meeting, and quite frankly, they were asking me, how do you navigate through the process of the General Assembly? Well, I was the wrong person to ask because I don't know that anybody knows how to navigate through the process of the General Assembly, but I've been there long enough that they felt like I could help them understand. And I told them, good news is we're now in session and we're going to be there a while, so we can work with you and get the funding and the support you need and make this happen. But I want to tell you that I left that meeting, and it was a very productive meeting. I left that meeting thinking that this leadership team that I just met, those executives that have this vision, not only they were smart, innovative, creative, they had a big heart. And to me, having a big heart like so many people across North Carolina that we see every day in our daily lives. I left there thinking, we got to make this work, because these are good people. These are people and their families who will settle in North Carolina and make a difference in our communities. These folks are going to get involved in your chambers, in your schools, in your boards. The ripple effect of having these magnificent leaders in your community, our community, and in North Carolina will pay dividends for many, many years. So to that leadership team that I was able to get to know, those meetings continued all the way through this session as we kind of navigated through and worked with so many people to try to make this happen. And I would tell you, at times, we were on the 1 yard line and we're like, we're going to fumble the ball. We're not going to quite make it. But we made it, and we got the ball across the finish line because of the magnificent help of so many people up here and so many people out there, it's been said. So my heart goes out to the leadership team and thank them for their work, thank them for their patience at time, and just know that we are behind JetZero. We're going to do anything to help you and make sure that you're successful. These folks from the House have been unbelievably supportive of the efforts we've tried to make with the monetary support and other support. Let's get going and let's start digging some dirt and let's get this plane plant up and going. So congratulations.
Good afternoon. I'm Greensboro Mayor Nancy Vaughn, and I am thrilled to be here. Kevin, I might challenge you to a dance-off. This is such an amazing opportunity for Greensboro, Guilford County, and our entire area. JetZero, thank you. Thank you so much for deciding on bringing your business here to Piedmont Triad International Airport. You will not be disappointed, and you are going to have so much Southern hospitality. This is one of the best places on earth. I want to recognize my City Council colleagues, Hugh Holston, Sharon Hightower, Zach Matheny, Dr. Goldie Wells, Tammy Thurm, Nancy Hoffman, Jamila Pender, and Mayor Pro Tem Mary Kay Abuzwaiter. They are an amazing team to work with. Today, we made one of the biggest commitments we did to any business with the economic incentive package, a well-deserved economic incentive package. We were happy to do it, and this really puts us on a new trajectory. I want to thank our city staff, our city manager, our deputy city manager is here somewhere, our water resources team who runs all the utilities out here. This would not be possible without you. Marshall Yandel with our economic development team. We put so much trust in you guys, and you have never let us down. So I just want to say thank you so much. I am really excited about the future of this region. When we're talking about over 14,000 jobs with an average salary of $89,000, we are going to change lives. We are going to increase our quality of life and put people to work. This is a great day for Greensboro, and JetZero, thank you and welcome.
What a time to be in the Carolina Core. I'm Councilman Michael Holmes. I proudly represent the 6th District of High Point. At this time, if there are members of the High Point City Council or staff, if you could please stand and be recognized. See our City Manager Tasha Logan Ford and Councilman Tan Amdrew. We are extremely excited about the opportunity to collaborate on a new level. High Point knows a little something about innovation, and we're happy that JetZero believed in us. We won't let you down. Thank you for the investment. As Mayor Vaughn said, this is life-changing opportunities that are coming right here to Greensboro and the Carolina Core. And so High Point proudly stands with you as we push innovation and collaboration to a whole new level. We like to say something in High Point. They say what we do in High Point changes the world. And we firmly believe that right now what we're doing today is going to be world-changing for the aviation industry. So we welcome you, our new partners in JetZero. We thank you for the collaboration, and we look forward to better days ahead. I look forward to this project, pun intended, soaring high in great new ways. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alan Joins, Mayor of Winston-Salem, and Mayor, thank you for letting me come over to your neck of the woods. We were thrilled in Winston-Salem to support this project that's going to change the face of the Triad. I want to thank all those who played a role. Governor Stein, thank you for your leadership. Senator Berger, Donnie, thank you for your leadership in making all this happen. And Tom, welcome to the Triad. I represent the western part of the Triad, so come see us over there. We are truly excited about this project, and for a number of ways. You know, this part of the agenda, most everything that needs to be said has been said, so I won't say it again. But I will just say this. You remember the old saying that says to make no little plans because they don't inspire manhood. Well, this is certainly no little plan at all there. I firmly believe that years from now, we'll be looking back on today and saying this was today that we saw transformation begin for the Triad. And thank you again, Tom. May God bless you and have a great success here.
Governor Stein, our honored guests, and our new family members from JetZero, welcome. I am Melvin Skip Alston, the chairman of the Gifford County Board of Commissioners, and we have some of our commissioners that are here with us today. Let me ask them to stand. Vice Chairwoman Carvina Foster, Commissioner Carly Cook, Commissioner Mary Beth Murphy, Commissioner Kay Cashin, Commissioner Frankie Jones, Commissioner Brandon Gray Hill, and Commissioner Patrick Tillman. Please stand. And let me ask all of our staff, we have our county manager that's here also. Will you please stand? Michael Halford. He's in the back. He's in the back there. And the people who really make Gifford County happen, all of our staff of Gifford County, will you please stand? And let me ask the county commissioners to please stand again as a group. Because as of this morning at 10 a.m., by unanimous vote, we voted to give $75 million economic incentive to JetZero, and I want them to be recognized for that. Thank you for your work.
Thank you very much. My name is Don Martin. I'm the chair of the Forsyth County Commissioners, and it's a real pleasure to be here today. And I can certainly would like to shout out and recognize our Forsyth County delegation. I have been seeing our county manager, who's new, Chantel Robinson, and our deputy county manager, who also works in economic development. Asked them to stand. We do have, I was looking for we have a couple of commissioners who are going to be here, but I was looking to see if Commissioner Tanya McDaniel made it. She said she was going to be here. Oh, she's right in front. I didn't see you. Thank you. Boy. Yeah. Thank you, Commissioner McDaniel. And we do have we have 5 more in addition, and we're certainly glad to welcome everyone. As Mayor Joynes said, about everyone has been thanked that needs to be thanked, and I would just simply say that certainly I want to acknowledge and thank. I kind of refer to as our hometown team. It's everybody that's spoken today, all the many people who have been introduced, and it's clearly an exciting time to recognize that group. But I did want to spend just a moment and thank our new partners, and particularly Chairman and CEO O'Leary here for being from JetZero, and several of their team that are here. That's been really, I think you've had a chance probably to enjoy some of our southern hospitality in previous visits, and we're proud of that. And I certainly, as we think about joining the Piedmont Triad area, I think we have an extremely skilled workforce that you alluded to very eloquently, and we certainly want to welcome you with open arms and into the Piedmont Triad area. And we certainly, as we think about it, we want you to. I've heard some of the puns today, and this one exactly has not been said, but we want to work with you to soar to new heights, and the pun is intended. And I do know we have our Commissioner Brent Christian is going to come far with the Greensburg Chamber. But anyway, congratulations.
All right, so my job is to bring this in for a landing. Right? Right? But before I close out things today, let's take one more moment to recognize all of the federal, state, and local officials who made today's announcement possible. Thank you. To follow the lead of the previous speakers, let me say that I'm Brent Christensen. I'm President and CEO of the Greensboro Chamber of Commerce. But really, I'm just the appointed representative of an incredible economic development team that has worked on Project Atlas for more than a year. So I would like the economic development teams to stand from the North Carolina Department of Commerce, the Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina, Duke Energy, come on, Stan, I know you're right in here, Stan, come on. The Duke Energy, the High Point Economic Development Corporation, Greater Winston-Salem, Inc., the Carolina Corps, and the Greensboro Chamber. Please, all of you all stand. And already standing in the back is Chris Chung with the Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina. Chris, wave to everybody. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. To Tom and the rest of the JetZero team, we are so thankful that you chose our state, our region, our community, now your community. We look forward to working with you to achieve great things. As I close today, I would like to leave all of you all with a final thought. For more than 100 years now, a place called Wichita has been known as the air capital of the world. Let me say this. After today, and with a nod to the Wizard of Oz, it's not in Kansas anymore. We, everyone here, will be shaping the future of aviation for the next 100 years, and it's going to be a great ride. It's time to board and get ready for takeoff. Thank you, everyone, for being here. When you board, you usually sit, right? But I'm going to ask you all to stand. We are adjourned. Thank you so much for being here.
Super exciting. Super exciting. Let us know what we can do to help.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without